Hello, good morning everyone. Today we are going to review the fast impulse setup, but instead of using the custom indicator, we are going to explain how to use marker plus tools. As we saw in the previous video, we only need to check when the price crosses these Bollinger Bands. On this case, we are using the custom indicator, the impulse fast, where we have only two parameters, the period of the Bollinger and the standard deviation. To start with this setup, we replace the custom indicator by the standard Bollinger Band indicator using the same period and standard deviation. Now we can remove the custom indicator, and now we are going to review step by step how to create the setup with marker plus tools. First, as we explained on previous video, we need to copy the price, copy the Bollinger lines. For that we use the copy indicator, and we assign three variables. First, the price. I will assign the name close. On the input series we don't need to type anything because the default value is the close. The other variable is the upper Bollinger Band, so we use again the copy indicator. We assign a name, for example ball up. On the input series now we need to set the indicator, the Bollinger, with the corresponding period and standard deviation. And we also select which of the lines, on this case the upper band. We do the same with the lower band. We assign a different name, for example ball down. On the input series again we select the Bollinger indicator with the same period, the same standard deviation, but now we select the lower band. The three lines have the same color, blue. This is the close, the price values. As we can see, each is always over the close of each bar. This is the upper Bollinger line, and this is the lower Bollinger band. Now we can remove the Bollinger because we already have all the lines, all the needed lines copied. The price is not needed to be shown, so we can hide that line. We can use the show line input parameter to hide. And now we need to detect the crosses of the price with the Bollinger, with the upper and the lower Bollinger. For that we use the crossover indicator, where we detect the close. Close is the name that we assigned to the price on the copy indicator, against the ball up, the upper Bollinger. The difference between these two lines is the result, close minus ball up. We assign the name any name. and the result is this histogram at the bottom that contains the distance between the close of each bar and the upper Bollinger Band. When it is positive, the close is above. When it is negative, the close is below the upper Bollinger. Like here it is positive because the close is over the upper Bollinger. By default it is painting both crossovers to the upside and to the downside. But we are only interested in up crosses, so we disable the down signals. So now we have an arrow painted each time we have a cross to the upside. Each time the close is above the Bollinger, we get a signal painted. So we get all the cross up signals, not only the first. With the custom indicator we can paint only the first signal. Now we need to detect the crosses to the downside. For that we use another crossover indicator, but this time between close and the Bollinger down, ball down. The difference, the result between close minus ball down, we can assign any name different from the previous. And if we let it paint both crossovers, we get crossover to the upside and to the downside. But on this example, we only need crossovers to the downside. So now we get each time the price crosses the lower Bollinger, we get an arrow down. As we saw in the previous video, the best signals are the first for each wave. The histograms are not needed on this example, so we can join them, minimize them, we can maximize the price channel, or we can even set the histogram to not visible. On the input parameter show histogram, we can set it to false, and to avoid still using a panel, we can set both indicators to use the same panel as the price. So now we have the setup ready. The impulse fast when the price crosses over the upper Bollinger or below the lower Bollinger. As usual, this template is available on the shared folder. Hope this video has been useful for you, and if you have any question or comment, please post below this video. Thank you everyone, bye bye.